If you were on YouTube earlier this afternoon, you might have noticed something very interesting pop up on your front page that had you raising an eyebrow. An extremely popular stream that half of Florida seemed to be tuning into. One of my streams. 376,000 viewers watching me stream a game called Nine Souls. It's an absolute banger indie game that's pretty much Hollow Knight meets Sekiro. And this stream peaked at over 413,000 viewers, making it one of YouTube's biggest streams, like in general. YouTube has a lot of streams that like eke into the millions when they're like big news broadcasts, but when it comes to like gaming streams, this would probably be in like the top 20 that has ever been broadcast. So what the fuck happened? Florida got hit by a hurricane, so everyone just decided might as well watch Charles during all of this? Everyone just got really curious. What is Nine Souls? So half the world tuned in? Like, why is the viewership number so high on just a normal, average gaming stream that I do? Well, it's because it was botted. I wouldn't see viewership numbers like that if I was playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on stream right now. That number is bogus. That's a load of fucking dirty barnacles. It's horseradish. It is because it's botted. I've never had that happen. I know it's pretty common when people try and weaponize bots to try and get a streamer in trouble, but I've never been on the receiving end of it. And I really got super curious what this looks like on the back end. Like, I've always been able to speculate and people have talked about it, but I've never been able to firsthand experience it, and I thought it might be interesting information just to share with all of you on what it looks like on the back end when a stream gets botted to an absurd level, like 413,000 live viewers. But before doing that, let's go ahead and set the stage for botting, just in case anyone's unfamiliar, even though I don't think I need to go too much into detail. It's 2024, I don't need to lore dump and explain what bots are to you. By this point, you're all smart enough to know, you've got your thinking caps on, you're familiar with bots. You might not be familiar with some of the data, though, that suggests that over half of the internet is bots now. Not to go down the whole dead internet rabbit hole or anything, but over half of the people you engage with on a daily basis and over half of the things you engage with, whether it's articles or what have you, is bots or bot-driven content. It really is just out of control. Your dog is probably a bot. Your mom is not a bot. Them titties are real, son. Let me tell you what, them honkers mean business. Point is, though, a lot of the things that you engage with every single day are bots. Now, one place that's always had a huge botting problem is streams. It's actually been a classic tried and true method of growth when it comes to streaming, where a streamer will invest some money in a botting service to boost their viewer numbers so they can float to like the top of Twitch in a category and hopefully get some real human beings, flesh, blood, and cringe, to come in and watch because they'll be able to find the stream easier since it's towards the top with this high viewer number, even though it's not real. It's bots that are there. But the idea is simple: inflate the viewer number with bots to hopefully get some real people to watch it and hopefully get interested enough to keep coming back. Now, botting is also a weapon that can be wielded, where some pathetic snot-nosed goober with a tummy of Doritos decides to bot someone else's stream in the hopes of getting them banned. Bots usually get flagged on the back end by these platforms like Twitch or YouTube because a lot of bot services are very simple to track. So what they'll do is they'll bot a stream up to crazy absurd numbers where it's blatantly obvious that it's a botted stream and hope that the platform bans them for it. That doesn't usually work because platforms are smart enough to know that a streamer isn't that stupid. Most of the time, if a streamer's doing it to try and nefariously push themselves to the top, they're going to put more money behind it and get bots that will actually talk in chat, so it isn't as obvious that they're botting. When you have a streamer with 200,000 viewers, yet only like 30 messages across a whole hour in the chat, you know there's some fishy shit afoot there. There's a smelling smelly. Nobody is dumb enough to make it that obvious. So I can't think of any cases where Twitch or YouTube banned a stream that had been botted by somebody else. That doesn't come to mind in my noodle up here. So I don't think I'm going to be getting in trouble. I don't think they're going to bend me over their knee and spank my cheeks red for having high viewership numbers that were botted by somebody else. But it's still fresh. We'll see, I suppose. What I want to share, though, is what this looks like. Because I've always wondered, when it comes to YouTube streaming in particular, since YouTube interjects ads occasionally during a stream, it would be serving 413,000 bots those ads. Does that calculate on the back end? Like, all of a sudden, did I just make fucking $50,000 through like the ads YouTube puts in there automatically and integrates in the stream because of this person botting me? And if so, how widespread of an issue would that be if more people started doing that? And are there already people doing that I don't know about? So let me show you the back end. First of all, here's the views versus peak concurrent viewers. Now, typically it takes a few hours for the views to catch up for what the actual number is. However, usually it does that over the course of the stream. And since I was streaming for a few hours, it would have gone up to probably around like 400, 500,000 views before it updated. So the fact that it's at 150 means that it wasn't calculating those bots as actual viewers on the back end. It does, however, register them in the viewers tab while showing you your peak and your average, as well as giving you the graph and the information on when viewers were coming in and how many. So it does register them as live viewers, but it doesn't register them as like actual views on the stream. I decided to reach out to my YouTube partner manager just to confirm my suspicion that these live viewers aren't actually being logged as real viewers on the back end. And he confirmed that yes, YouTube is able to identify bots in something like this and separate it so that way it doesn't end up being like this huge money glitch, like this exploit. Because basically what you could do if these are counted as real viewers is you could just pay to bot one of your own streams and just keep inserting ads that are being served to a lot of bots and just farm an infinite money glitch out of it. But it seems YouTube has thought of that pretty obvious exploit, and they have a way of, on the back end, making sure that this stays divided so that you can't just use fake viewers to farm ad revenue. I don't exactly know how they do it because they are there as live viewers, but on the back end, they are not there as views. So that is separated somehow, I just don't really get how. So like the views on that stream are still at 150K despite 413,000 concurrent with a 58,000 average. The bots also didn't count for watch time either, so they contributed neither to views nor watch time or anything at all except for that live viewer number. I did, however, get one new subscriber from the stream. Maybe that's the guy behind the bots. He said, you know what, I owe it to him to at least sub. But whoever that is, you're a real hero. I appreciate it. It seems YouTube does have protocol in place to identify and remove spam or bot engagement or views or anything like that. And after like an hour and a half of being botted to this outrageous level, it eventually did stop. I don't know if that's because the botter ran out of money to keep shoveling into the service they were paying for, or if it was YouTube in real time removing the spam or bot accounts from the live viewer numbers. I don't have the answer to that, but I would imagine it's probably a little column A, a little column B. The guy probably got tired or bored or ran out of resources to keep botting it, and YouTube probably started to get those accounts out of there. So anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about this because I've never had a stream botted and just thought it'd be kind of interesting to show some of this on the back end. It doesn't have revenue in the analytics yet because the stream is still too new to generate that information, but I'm confident that the revenue is going to be what it normally is for a stream. I don't think it'll be any higher or anything since the views didn't change and the watch time didn't change, and that's what drives that number. So I'm pretty confident that the botted views didn't do anything at all on the back end whatsoever. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.